What is up, my people?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we are back today. We have an interesting topic for you. But before we do that,
This right here is a wonderful concoction of Irish breakfast, Earl Grey, one of my personal faves, lime juice. You ain't think I did that, did you? And what we use to sweeten it? Stevia?
and agave.
Stevia and agave. And it is so good.
It is delicious. We're going to discuss the 90-day rule.
Fun.
What is the 90-day rule? Our thoughts on the 90-day rule. And then we're going to skip right on into women's sexuality and virginity. How about that?
Okay. Just pop that cherry. Okay.
Yes, we're popping cherries today. Pop, 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 pop.
Let's begin.
Okay. 90-day rule. Where did it come from? To be honest, I'm not sure where it came from in the origin of the 90-day rule, but it's really a focus towards women, making the man wait 90 days before she gives up the goods.
Now, the first place I heard of it was Joan Clayton from Girlfriends.
Yes, it was a wonderful show. I'm so sorry that it ended in the way that it ended. We didn't even get to see the ending, if you know what I'm saying.
I just don't want black people to be great. Okay.
Joan Clayton wanted to enforce this 90-day rule, especially when she was dating William. After the 90th day, they both got in bed and realized they could not make themselves have sex with each other. They were sexually incompatible. And soon after, they broke up. 90 days just to break up.
Yep. Down the drain.
That's something. But you know what's weird? The model.
The model that married John Legend?
Yes, his wife. They're married. They've been together 8 years. Guess who gave it up on the first night?
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. She admitted it on Wendy Williams' show. If you don't believe me, you can look it up on YouTube, internet, wherever. They had sex on the first night.
Well.
And they're married.
What would the neighbors say?
And they've been together for over 8 years. How about that?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't Steve Harvey have something to say about it?
Of course, Steve Harvey had something to say about it. He was on the Christian Broadcasting Network with Pastor Paula. And this is what he had to say about it. This rule tells women to put a man on probation before giving away any benefits, in quotes. Harvey went on to state that he knows that the Bible says a person should wait until he or she gets married to have sex, and he agrees with that wholeheartedly. But he states that since people are not going to wait until marriage to have sex, they should at least wait for 90 days.
Just to throw this out there, the Bible also says you shouldn't eat pork, a woman shouldn't cut her hair, that you shouldn't wear articles of clothing that have cotton and rayon,
shouldn't
for
eat
example.
shellfish.
It says a lot of things.
I have a couple of issues. Being the feminist that I am, I think it is horrible to put such a rule. Not only a rule to limit you to a number of days, but also a rule that only women should have. It's so bad now that Steve Harvey actually has bracelets. 90-day rule bracelets that women can order. Grown women can order and wear like promise rings. Where are these bracelets for the men?
Nobody really says that a man should wait.
Nobody. Because you're not required to wait. I am. But yet, we're both sexual beings. We are both created to love and enjoy sex. But I'm required to wait because I'm a woman and my vagina is a prize that I won from a carnival, apparently.
Nugget.
Oh, it's a nugget. And his penis can just go in anywhere and anything because he's a man.
All right now. Oh, okay.
And that's just how this society...
You said it.
I think that women should be able to freely express themselves sexually. I'm not saying go out there and dibble and dabble and everything. I'm saying that I should, right now, like I am on YouTube, discussing sexuality, discussing the fact that sex is a natural and a beautiful thing. I should be able to discuss that openly, without shame, without guilt. That is one of the reasons why even parents, they have a problem with even discussing sex with their children. And some of them don't discuss it at all. They just let their children find out on their own. And come up to their own conclusions about sex because they are that uncomfortable with sex. It's a natural, beautiful part of life. Why are you uncomfortable with it? And why are women like Beyonce and Rihanna not allowed to express themselves sexually through their songs, but men are? If I hear Lil Wayne mention the pussy word one more time, one more again, in every song he mentions that, but yet...
Let's breathe. Do we have to form a calming circle?
It makes millions of dollars. But yet, when Beyonce, Rihanna, or some of these other women, Lil Kim, mentions a ding-a-ling, they're a mother. How dare Beyonce? She's a mother dressed like that and do that. How come we aren't allowed to express ourselves sexually?
Can you lower your voice just a little bit? Because right now I'm feeling very threatened. And
you should.
What the hell did
you
I
a man.
My feelings on it is that I have the question, who decided 90 days was the perfect day? Who formulated the mathematical equation that said that 90 days was the perfect number of days to get to know somebody? I think it should be something that is emotionally and spiritually guided. Sometimes people just click, and sometimes it takes longer. There has to be a level of trust there, and of course you have to protect yourself, because
there are arranged marriages out there. There are arranged marriages out there, and of course it's a marriage. It's a piece of paper, but it's arranged, and these people may have met a couple of weeks beforehand or whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
And all of a sudden they have sex. They don't know each other, boo.
Sure don't. I'm just saying, I don't care what you have in between your legs. Just make sure you protect it. Make sure you wrap it up, put a condom on, cling wrap, whatever you have available, and that you protect yourself. Because
did this man really say saran wrap on? Not saran wrap.
Cling wrap.
Okay. So the next
cling wrap clings. I'm just saying. Now, female sexuality and virginity. This whole thing about virginity, which in the Bible, because let's face it, this is where most of this stuff comes from. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, they place the strong thing on virginity, but it's always directed towards women.
Always.
It's never directed towards the men. And I'm trying to figure out why that was. And we did a little bit of research, and we found out that it was because back in those days, and even in some cultures today, women are seen as property, which is why the man would have to go ask the father for her hand in marriage, because she was the father's property. And he would have to bring a dowry, which was like a payment. And if she was a virgin, if she had never been, messing around with other guys, he would get more money.
This is all about money. At the end of the day, it's about money.
Now, see, one thing about the Bible that is true.
Money.
Money is the root of all evil.
That's right. And people say, well, the Bible says men and women should wait until they're married. Look again. Read again. And notice the great men of God, David, Solomon, they had their wives, but they also had concubines that they were not married to, that they had sex with on a regular.
And also when it comes to virginity in the ancient world, there is an authoress by the name of Monica Sjoo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Sjoo. And she wrote a book called The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. And she goes on to, I'm just going to paraphrase what she had to say, but ancient moon priestesses were called virgins. Some goddesses from ancient times, like Egyptian goddesses, Greek and Roman goddesses, were called virgins. And it wasn't because they didn't have sex, because some of these people had children. It had to do with their independence, that they weren't tied to a man. It had to do with their sexual independence. And virgin actually comes from the Latin root meaning strength, force, skill, and was later applied to men in the word virile. Now, y'all know what virile means when it comes to a man. But virgin was taken completely out of context and means something completely different when it comes to women. Ain't that some bull? It also says that all great cultural heroes of the past, mythic or historic, were said to be born of virgin mothers. Marduk, Gilgamesh, Buddha, Osiris, Dionysus, Genghis Khan, and our favorite, Jesus. And when they call Mary the Virgin Mother, it didn't necessarily mean that she hadn't,
Been touched.
been touched. It just meant that she was independent and that she wasn't necessarily tied to a man, which she was Joseph's fiance. She wasn't married to him yet, was she?
No, not yet.
There you go. There you have it. But later Christian translators could not conceive of the Virgin Mary as a woman of independent sexuality, so needless to say, they distorted the meaning into sexually pure, chaste, never touched.
Wow.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with waiting.
Nothing at all.
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing at all. Nothing wrong with celibacy.
But we need to get rid of that stigma and that dogma that says that a woman is less than.
Mm-hmm.
If she does decide to give it up, if she does decide to have some fun, if she does decide to sow her oats, as all these dudes go out here and do.
Let's talk about slut-shaming for a moment.
Can we?
For those of you who don't know, could you tell them what slut-shaming is?
Slut-shaming, quite simply, is just putting somebody down, treating somebody as less than, talking negatively about people who have sex, especially women.
Especially women.
For example, Rihanna. We already used this example. Rihanna,
Beyonce,
Lil Kim. Some of the things that they talk about in their music, some of the things that they do are no different than what a lot of men do. But they're called sluts, trashy, all this other kind of stuff because they're women.
Even question about their ability to be mothers or wives. You're a mother and a wife. Why are you on stage in a leotard showing your behind?
Because God bless you with a nice looking behind.
Let me have a body like Beyonce. Y'all will be mad at this one. Okay?
Woman goes to a party or something like that, meets a nice guy, has a night of it, enjoys herself. But she has to do the walk of shame to her car. But oh boy, she wasn't in that room by herself. He's seen as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen as the man.
He's just doing his thing. He's just being a man.
Mm-hmm. But she's supposed to hold herself to a higher standard. Why we give women all this responsibility? Can a woman live?
Can I live? Please?
Slut shaming and things are just another way to control women and try to keep them in check. Now, there are more extremes, especially in other cultures across seas.
Let's talk about Africa.
Let's talk about Africa. Africa and some places in the Middle East, they have this little thing called female circumcision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It's
gruesome.
It's gruesome. It's nothing like male circumcision. Male circumcision is bad enough as it is.
Yeah.
I personally believe that, if God bless you with it, keep it.
Leave it alone. Leave it as is.
Leave it be. God dog it.
Why mess with stuff? Women in different cultures are seen not only as property, but as sexual objects for men.
Mm-hmm.
And to keep these women under control, they remove their clitoris.
Ah, okay. I thought we weren't going to specifics. But okay, since the door is open.
It's open and it's there. And this is something, it's horrible.
It is.
And these women are scarred for life.
For life.
And they are not able to achieve an orgasm ever in life.
Oh, God. And it's not anything that women came up with. It's not anything that they decided for themselves. It's put onto them due to patriarchal systems and to what men say. I mean, God never told nobody to be doing this to people's genitalia. But they go on and some people die because of this. I forgot the exact numbers, but there are people who die every year.
Yeah,
people who die due to
risk of infections from this because they use non-sterile techniques. They don't do this in a regular medical setting.
Right.
They do this in Muumuu's kitchen or in the back room in Muumuu's hut. whatever the heck. So they're in the back room doing the ceremony, got her laid out on this table, legs spread, singing.
Okay, cut. No. No. Oh my
exactly.
God. No! To me, it's an act of terrorism. It's like an act of terrorism against women.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs to be stopped. I'm going to try to get some organizations and things because I know that they're out there that I could put down in the details box.
Yeah, right.
So that people can get more information on it because this is something that people need to be aware of. They need to be educated on so that it can stop.
Exactly. It needs to stop. And we need to do our part in making sure that it stops.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Another thing with female sexuality is the way the black woman's body is viewed, especially in America. It's basically women have to dress according to the arousal of men.
Yes, exactly.
Y'all can't wear, like, if you got big booty and thighs, you can't wear short shorts outside in August because you may give somebody an erection. And we can't have that. It has nothing to do with that man. It has everything to do with you. You got to keep that in check.
And if not, you're a slut.
Yep. I remember watching America's Next Top Model. On the show, she would tell certain white models that they need to poke their booty out and stuff like that because, you know, they didn't really have one, unfortunately. Whereas, you know, some of the plus size models or the black models, you know, who are more shapely, you know, more womanly, she would tell them that they can't do certain poses, that they can't poke their booty out and do this and that and the other because it'll be seen as too sexual and it'll be seen as low class and trashy. Like, what the? What?
So they have to tuck certain things in so they won't be as sexual
and
won't be as trashy. So in other words, your body is trashy because you're shapely.
And Tyra should know better. Tyra should know better because she is a shapely woman.
She is.
She got boobs and booty out this world.
Yes.
So why would you even continue to perpetuate that?
Because she's brainwashed just like a lot of other people in the society. We've all, in some way, shape, or form, fallen into the gap, just like I did. There are certain things I wouldn't wear because I thought it would look bad because I'm too shapely. I think every woman should believe that their body and their curves are beautiful. Embrace your curves.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with being stick thin. If you're stick thin, you know.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you
God
are
made you
thin,
beautiful too.
we need to be free. Men are free. Men have been free for a long time. Men have been free to even show their bodies. Have you seen Rick Ross without his shirt? You know, and women are cramped up in the shame. Like me, I was just like weirded out because I had hips. Please, we need to free ourselves and we need to go beyond the box that society has put us in.
I'm just saying, like, why is it considered lewd and disorderly for a woman to walk outside topless? But it's perfectly fine for Rick Ross to do it. I mean, he got bigger titties than some of these women out here. Like,
everything is seen as sexual. Even a woman breastfeeding her child is seen as
and
when it's a natural, normal
that's
thing.
What the breast is for.
Everything on a woman isn't meant to be about sex. Let us live. I can't wait to breastfeed my babies. I'm ready. I'm bringing these puppies out.
I'm happy for you.
And you and everybody else are going to be there to witness it. I'm going to do it at like a Wendy's.
I don't want to witness
and they
that.
better not kick me out.
I don't want to witness that. You can send me a postcard. Let me know how it went. Give me a call. While
I'll text you.
Out. Perfect. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed our ramblings this week. Just leave us, you know, your thoughts and your opinions about all of it. If you agree, if you disagree, let us know. Also, give us some more ideas about some things that you want to talk about.
Thanks so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, people.
Peace.
Peace.